I'm sorry, but the girls sing much better than the boys. Because they're out of practice, that's why. Is he? Okay. So, hope you're enjoying all this. So what we'll do now is, it's very important to realize today is what? What day is it today? The Wednesday, Thursday, and in Hindi, what do they call it? Guru Purnima. Guruvar. So I got it all mixed up. So it is Guru's day, and today happens to be Guru Purnima, like that. Very, very special. And those who want to advance in Krishna consciousness, or generally, any type of following you are, Vyasadeva ji has written all the Puranas, the Vedas and everything, so we'll talk about that later on. But today, there's a lovely picture of Narada Muni ji descending to help out Vyasadeva ji. Even after he had written Mahabharata and the Vedas and everything, he wasn't happy. So then Narada Muni ji told him what's the reason he's not happy. And then he blessed him with the Chaturshloki Bhagavatam. And then, yeah, you can place it there. And so then he wrote the Srimad Bhagavatam, and that Srila Prabhupada translated. And of course, you can read any Bhagavatam you want, but if you really want to understand each verse, Srila Prabhupada really does a good job on that, and we should read that. And today is the day. I think we will, I'll recite the first shloka because you wanted to hear Bhagavatam, first shloka of Bhagavatam. So everybody listen, because you should hear the Bhagavatam through someone before starting to read it. I'll take that responsibility on, otherwise I would have asked Vidu Prabhu. And so then hear it, first look, and then you can start reading Bhagavatam from today. And you'll get blessing because there's a reason why Bhagavatam was there to, feel complete happiness in dharma. Otherwise, he wrote Dharma Shastra, but he wasn't feeling complete. But before writing Vyasadeva, he took darshan of the Lordship. So anyway, these are details. So what I'm going to do is, you can come forward now, and we'll do Guru Puja and to Vyasadeva Ji. So you can offer flower petals, and we'll have you got enough candles there? Tea light candles. Somebody can help out, and we can each offer the tea light candles to your Gurudev. You can actually picture your Guru Maharaj, or just if you don't know who it is yet, ask Vyasadeva, can you send me a Guru Maharaj for me? Today's the day to actually ask. And if you know it, think of them in the mind, because they all represent Vyasadeva, and Vyasadeva represents Balaram, Adi Guru and Nityanand Prabhu. Okay, so that's the details. So now if everybody can stand up, and where's Ishani gone? Oh, there you go, sorry. You were sitting on a chair, so so if you can sing today.
Shri Guru Charana Sadhana. Shri Guru Jaya Vyasadeva, Jaya Vyasadeva, Jaya Vyasadeva, Jaya Vyasadeva. Jaya Vyasadeva, Jaya Vyasadeva, Jaya Vyasadeva, Jaya Vyasadeva. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Vandamoe Savadana Mate. Vandamoe Sarvadana Mate. Yahara Prasade Vae E Bhavatori Aja. Krishna Prapti Hoye Hoye Te गुरुमुख पद्मावाक्या चेते ते कोरियो आख्या करियो मने आशा और न करियो मने आशा श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति ये प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा ये प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुर्दान दिल जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति यहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जयते वेद गाय यहाँ रचितो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदमज नर बंधु ओ श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदमज नर बंधु लोके नाथ लोके राजीवाना आहा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पद छया आहा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पद छया आहा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पद छया एबे आज कृष्ण त्रिभुवाना ओ दुई पाद लैलो शरणा श्रीला प्रभुपाद पतित पावना जय गुरुदेव पतित पावना विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare। जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा। निताय गौरा हरि बोल 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 हरि निताय गौर निताय गौर निताय गौर निताय गौर गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।
Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitangscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Brindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Prabhuji, if you can put the fans on. So, warm welcome. You have surprised us by coming because we thought only a few people will turn up. And today I actually wrote on the thing, please come. And those who decided to miss it, please. So I said, those who decided to Haribol miss it, please change your mind and come. So, because I know this thing like Arabia, so I can't connect and all that. Because it's such an important day today for all the ones who are serious to move forward. And we should all be serious because Kali Yuga at the moment is not promising, shanti, no peace at all. And even families are breaking up. And I was hearing one comedian, Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah? Yeah, he's a South African. And he was saying young men are without any direction now. He said before, when we were as a community, you would always say, study then get a job, then do this and do this. But now there is no, nobody gives any direction. So actually, the men are, if you can put it, the men are actually quite lost. The boys especially, they don't have direction. And it's funny, why I mention him is, people are waiting for direction, like what should we do in life? We assume that we have got the education, so that should automatically tell you what the next step should be. And so, it looks like the world is lost. And people are more into gadgets and things rather than relationships. And so, there's a feeling of people are not spending time with people without doing something. You got to be working if you meet someone, or there should be some sort of work, rather than just sit and chill out. You just sit and, enjoy the friendship. He said that's all gone. So why I mention that is because he's come from apartheid, regime where blacks and whites weren't asked. And his mother is black and father is white. But they couldn't get married because that was illegal. So he said, I was a crime. He said, my father had to walk on the other side of the road, so the whites can't walk or the blacks can't be in the same. And he said, my mother, because he looked mixed race, when a policeman came, she just pretended she's a maid for a kid who's, that one. So he was expressing it, and I was thinking how important it is that you get the identity who you are. So people are lost now what the identity is. So I'm just about to speak about Vyasadeva ji. And what was the name of the father of Vyasadeva? Prashamuni. And what was the mother's name? Satyavati. Who was she? Matsya. So she actually smelled of fish. She was found inside a fish. So when people talk about our Sanatana Dharma, please listen. Yeah, focus. And when we talk about our society, that there's discrimination and all that, just look at Vyasadeva. Prashamuni, a Muni, and he married, briefly, Satyavati, who smelled of fish. So she's a fisherwoman. And he is the spiritual master we should all follow. He wrote all the scriptures. So there's a twist here because people tend to think, oh, there's prejudice there, Brahmins don't, No. Rishi Munis don't see that. Why that is, Prashra Muni was in the boat being taken across Yamunaji. And he looked at the stars and everything. He said, this is a celestial moment. Is now, any minute, whoever, has a union, a child will be born who will be most powerful. He just saw her sit there in the boat. He told her, I would like a union with you. And she was kind of surprised. I mean, everyone who's sort of fisherwoman, or she would think, why? But he knew it. There's a powerful being will be born. All the celestial stars are lining up. So people tend to think, or some say, oh, he found her attractive and all. And she goes, but I smell a fish. It won't be very good. Whoever the child will be born, it won't be very good. Prashamuni just, with she smelled of musk. And people could smell her beautiful smell miles away. And she later on became the wife of Santanu, who then, later on, Mahabharata is all about that. So she said, you can have union with me and of the child, but then later on, I just want to be Kumari again, like virgin. So we talk about Mother Mary, but in Bharata already happened years ago. So then, again, but he was just interested in giving a child. He wasn't interested in his lust. And Ved Vyasi born, Dvepayana. Dvip means island. Ayana means born on the island, like Narayana, Nara, who's on the water, lying on the water. So Dvepayana. Krishna, first name Krishna means very dark. So please, that's the introduction. So you can see even there, Narad Muni is fair and Vyasadeva is fairly dark. So he actually immediately, went into austerities and then he was very intelligent. Prashra Muni also wrote many scriptures, and the son is doing the same. So he wrote the Vedas and he divided the Veda, Ved Vyas, because the original, Yajurveda was the original, became so voluminous that people just couldn't remember it all. And before, in Treta Yuga, Vedas were being recited. We know the instant where, Lord Ram, heard that somebody was reciting who shouldn't be. And so Vedas were known beforehand. And then in Dwapar Yuga, some say in every Dwapar Yuga, Ved Vyas is born. And he's the 28th, but Lord Brahma's days are, I think, 52 or 51 or something. So that didn't tie up, so I didn't read that. So when you read a lot, you're just thinking, but I've got this impression and that one. So please, this is Ved Vyasji. And then Vatika became his Dharmapatni, and who was born? Sukadev. So Sukadev became his expert of Bhagavatam. And we are, we listen to Bhagavatam. This is Bhagavatam. So today, because somebody requested, I want to learn Srimad Bhagavatam, and they requested if I could sort of start it. So I thought, look, it'll be a very good idea. Thank you for requesting that, because I was told by someone, don't start off reading any Granth without hearing from someone first. Not all of it, they start you off. So what I'll do today is, by request from my Guru Maharaj, ask permission of Srila Prabhupada and other gurus you have, ask the permission saying, by their mercy, I will recite the first verse. So if you repeat after me, so then you will actually your reading will be successful. So I'm taking a risk, I'm just a fallen soul, but I'm following the vidhi, what the thing. So today, I think it's on so please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janamadasya Yato Anvyad Itratash Charateshva Abhigya Svarat Tene Brahma Hrida Ya Adi Kavae Muyante Yat Suryaha tejo vari mridang yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisha damna svena sada nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Janmadasya yatho unvayad itarataschairteshvabhyasvarat tene brahma hridaya adi kavaye muyante yat suryaha tejo vari mirdam yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisha damna svene sada nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi satyam param dhimahi satyam param dhimahi. So please repeat after me the translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Bolo, O my Lord, Shri Krishna, Son of Vasudeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Shri Krishna because He is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes, of the creation, sustenance, and destruction of the manifested universes. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations, and He is independent because there is no other cause beyond Him. It is He only who first imparted the Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. By Him, even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion, as one is bewildered by the illusory representations of water seen in fire or land seen on water. Only because of Him do the material universes temporarily manifested by the reactions of the three modes of nature appear factual, although they are unreal. I therefore meditate upon Him, Lord Shri Krishna, who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusory representations of the material world. I meditate upon Him, for He is the absolute truth. So what we'll do is we'll read Srila Prabhupada's purport, because I'm starting you off, so just because it's a very long purport on this one, just a small part. So purport by Srila Prabhupada ki. So obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Vasudeva directly indicate Lord Shri Krishna, who is the divine son of Vasudeva and Devaki. This fact will be more explicitly explained in the text of this work. Sri Vyasadeva asserts herein that Sri Krishna is the original personality of Godhead, and all others are His direct or indirect plenary portions or portions of the portion. It is as Krishna's tu Bhagavan Swayam. Srila Jiva Goswami has even more explicitly explained the subject matter in his Krishna Sandarbha. And Brahma, the original living being, has explained in the subject of Shri Krishna substantially in his treatise named Brahma Sangita. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadi Radir Govinda Sarvakarana Karana. In the Samveda Upanishad, it is also stated that Lord Krishna is the divine son of Devaki. Therefore, in this prayer, the first proposition holds that Lord Shri Krishna is the primeval Lord. And if any transcendental nomenclature is to be understood as belonging to the absolute personality of Godhead, it must be the name indicated by the word Krishna, which means the all-attractive. So I'll leave it here. So thank you for coming, and just realize Vyasadeva, what he did. In Kali Yuga, he knew people will not have good memories. These days, people are relying on phones and things like that. Even before, we used to, as children, remember the tables. Ik duni duni, do duni char, ten duni char. We used to remember the tables and all that. Now nobody does. You got the calculator. What's the point? And now with artificial intelligence, our intelligence has become artificial as well. It's not real. So we're losing it more because it's so easy. So what will people do is start to cheat more, because you're getting information from artificial intelligence, and whatever subject matter you don't know, you just read it, get it on your phone, and you'll become the expert. It's like, I'm a doctor now. Just ask ChatGPT, diagnose the patient and all that's okay. You have this medicine. Dangerous, because you're not doing it from your heart. So bhakti would be like that as well. People say, I know, I've asked ChatGPT, but it's dangerous. ChatGPT is just a search engine. He just looks, and even if somebody's done something wrong, he'll quote you it. So you got to be clever to understand that where he's gone wrong. So you can see in the modern days, there's so many writers now on the internet. Whatever subject matter you got to first see who wrote this. Information is there, because anything written, we believe. Before it used to be books, which took time. People used to write them, then print them. Now it's all virtual, so fast, anybody can do anything, mislead you. And we have to realize that we must get Satyam Param Dhimahi. What is the eternal truth? And Vyasadeva ji, it's very interesting that he's an incarnation of the Lord. And it is said when Vishnu said boo, and that's when he was born previously. So then he comes again. So he will last all of the Kali Yuga. Chiranjeev, they call him. There's 7 of them. He's one of them. So you can see he's there somewhere. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he would have met him. And they say Vrindavan Chandra, who wrote that he's Vyasadeva writing it all. And so we should read what's written by Vyasadeva. Many people have other gurus and all that, but if it's not the Vani of Vyasadeva ji or that parampara, you should actually be very careful, because you're not going to get the right conclusion. You'll get words and bit of advice here, but it's got to conclude Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. And that's why Prabhupada wrote Bhagavad Gita as it is. Why is that important? That if you want to meet someone, you got to have the address, you got to know the personality, and otherwise you got a wrong address, you're not going to meet the person. So please don't just take a chance. That's why taking initiation is so important. Vyasadeva ji, his father is Prashamuni. Prashamuni was there when Shukdev was reciting the Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. Prashamuni is there. Vyasadeva ji is there. Can you see? Sukadev, youngest of all of them, is speaking the recitation, because he's the Vakta. Usually who writes, Racheta, he's got so much information, he cannot tell a story. Because he's got so much detail in his head. So they got a Vakta. Vakta is the one who says, okay, I know how to tell this story. And he can very quickly say the main points. But the one who's a Racheta, he writes, he's got so much information in his head, he will be thinking, how do I make it interesting for somebody who's listening? Because Vakta always sees who the audience is. So Sukadev became the Vakta. Because Parikshit Maharaj asked the whole assembly that I've only got 7 days to live. Who's going to help me in this? And they were sadhus there who've done austerity for thousands of years, and they hadn't concluded what is the conclusion. So then, welcome. And then what happened is, Sukadev walked in, and Prashra Muni just realized Sukadev has come. And one of the Maharaj we know, in his very nice way, he said, Prashra Muni had long hair. He actually put his long hair there so Sukadev can go on top of the hair, walk on it. And people were paying obeisances. And Parikshit suddenly realized, oh, young man has come in and everybody's paying obeisances to him. And his father is Vyasadeva. Digambar, yeah. So then we must read this Bhagavatam because it's being written by Vyasadeva, spoken by Sukadev. And later on, it's also being spoken by Sutta Goswami, who heard Sukadev, and he lived long because when the rishis were Naimisharanya, for 1,000 years they were going to do yajna and all that. And Shaunak Rishi represented the 80,000 or 88,000 sadhus there and saying, what did Sukadev say to Parikshit Maharaj? So Sutta Goswami is a very good question. So everyone is referring to what was said by who. So they've got to be qualified. These days, on internet, who said what, we just take it, I write it on the internet like that. So we are in a very dangerous position. Please don't think I have access to knowledge. You got access to wrong knowledge. Vidya, avidya. Avidya is wrong. That's why Om Jnanati Mirandasya. Guru means Gu means darkness. Ru means who removes the darkness. And that's why Om Jnana is about I was born in darkness, so, you know. So please realize today is very, very special day, and those who don't have spiritual master, say to Vyasadeva ji, please somehow send me a spiritual master so I can actually succeed in this lifetime. Otherwise, you'll have to come again, because if you don't pass, you know, there's many times, 8,400,000 species, but as animals, you cannot understand Vedic literature or dharma, you know. You can write, keep left here. A dog wouldn't know it's keep left. You can go on the right one because the rules are for humans. So similarly, dharma is for humans. And you know who, Yamaraj, who he tries, not animal race or trees or anything, humans. Yamaraj is for humans only. So there's a path there. If you don't try, okay, you know, you done wrong, Yamaraj is waiting for you because you're a human being. The dogs and cats, you know, they don't go. Because they are bhuktan, and they are in the prarabdha. So you're a human being. Please ask for a Gurudev, not ask just for knowledge, because there is avidya. Vidya coming from, you know, Padma Vakya, Mukha Vakya, so from the Mukha of a transcendental person. Because he's going to actually wake the soul up, Jiva Jago, Jiva Jago. Others will actually make you go to sleep. Because saying, oh, you want money, you want love, you know, okay, going to Krishna. So Vyasadeva ji wrote Mahabharata, which covers everything. It says Mahabharata has got everything in it. What's not in there is nowhere else. It's covered everything. But yet Vyasadeva wasn't happy because he covered, because he knew the Vedas, so he told the story of Mahabharata. It covered all eventualities, your Grihastha ashram and, you know, different things which happened to Pandavas, Kauravas and everything. And Bhagavad Gita is part of Mahabharata. And yet he's not happy. And he was thinking, why is that? I've covered everything. He's an incarnation. But he's not happy. And then he looked sad. And Narad Muniji appeared. And said, Vyasadeva ji, you have written so many scriptures. You should be happy. I see gloom on you. And he goes, it's true. He said, but I know the reason why. He says, because you have not glorified Krishna explicitly. You mentioned him and in Mahabharata and everything, but he is not the heroes of these scriptures. So if you want to make money, Arth Shastra is there, Dharma Shastra is there. Dharma and Paro Dharma is two different things. Many people, you know, say, oh, Bhakta, he does puja in the morning, you know, Om Jai Jagadish Hare, done it, they think he's a great devotee. He's dharmic, so he'll get a job, he'll get a wife, he'll get children, all that. But that will lead to next reincarnation, next birth, next birth, next birth. Where is Paro Dharma? And that's why you shouldn't think, oh, this is a temple, that is a temple, that's a temple. It's only temple. Temple is where God is. But do you know him? You know. So many people say, what is the name of the God? You go ask somebody saying, you believe in God, what's his name? What does he look like? Well, they say, no, you can't see him. He doesn't have a form and all that. You've been saying he, so he's got to be a male person. We can't say she, because in other religion, it's only he. But in our religion, we have she, we have Radharani, we have Lakshmi, we have all. So if you want to know the name and form, Sanatana Dharma is the one. Because time didn't start just 5,000 years ago. It's again and again. Satya Yoga, Treta Yoga, Dvapara Yoga, Kali Yoga, and again, and again, and again. Theirs is only 2,000 or 3,000. They just mentioned that. And can you imagine going to a Rishi saying, oh, you know, the world started 2,000 years ago. They'll say, well, go to someone else and bother them, you know, don't come to me. And these people have created a civilization that they know it. And now it's all falling apart because when they do the, what they call it, carbon dating, they say dinosaurs were there millions of years ago. So where is the 2,000 years gone? You see? So it is, you think it's knowledge because that is what is popular at the moment, but it's not the truth. It's not the truth. So the truth is Satyam Param Dhimahi, the first verse is saying. And the Lord puts you into illusion. He is responsible for your Maya. Devi hi esha gunamai mama Maya drutya. The Maya is terrible. So please don't think that you've done a little bit of Jyot and Om Jai Jagdish Hare. You're safe. You're safe that you might not become animal or something like that. But you're not escaping. You're not leaving here. And that's why Thato Brahma Jigyasa. Not Dharma Jigyasa only. Brahman means what is eternal. Because we are caught up in the temporary. So Vyasadeva had a big responsibility. So he was sad. He was thinking, I think I've done a favor because he knew the Kali Yuga is coming because it's Dvapara Yuga ending. Because Vyasadeva met Sri Krishna. It's not that he heard about him. And he was there before Sri Krishna appeared. Then he's there. He met him. And, you know, he's the grandfather, you know, of the Pandavas and the Kauravas. Because of Vichitravirya, he died and all that. These widows, they didn't have any offspring. So then Satyavati mother calls the son to give grandchildren. Oh my God, that's not dharma. What's happening here? You know, a mother is calling, you know, a son to, but that was it. If they didn't have any, the next generation, they would ask one of the relatives to do it. But the mother asked him, please come. And these are Ambika and Ambalika and all this, yeah. So then Dhritarashtra was born because, was it Ambika first? Amba. Yeah. Well, you know more about this. I'm just into philosophy. And so then she just saw, you know, Vyasadeva dark and, you know, he had just come from tapasya. And Satyavati said, can you do this favor? And we need offspring now because the kingdom is without, you know, any heir. So he said, look, let me go away and you know, sort myself out because he'd done austerity. She goes, no, there's no time. So that's why he was in with this personality. She got frightened and closed her eyes. And he goes, you'll give birth to somebody who will be blind. And the next one went in there and she was hesitating in the presence of Vyasadeva, who had dadi and everything and, you know, grim look, because just done tapasya. She just looked at him like feeling pale. And he goes, he'll have Pandu, you know, he'll be weak, he'll be pale. So he wasn't very strong either. And then the third one was someone else, but they sent the maid. So the maid went, and she was so happy to see Vyasadeva like that. And he blessed her fully. And Vidur was born, completely knowledgeable and everything. His Dharmaraj was born. So even during conception, we got to make sure both parties are happy, or the offsprings comes out all different like that. We've seen that in Kali Yuga now, there's loads of kids born like something wrong with them from birth. We had somebody today for An Prashant, and then they had rash and all that. So baby, look fair, but you could see the rash everywhere. And I'm thinking, why is this happening? Before, everybody was healthy. Even in Bharat, poor areas, the children were, all healthy and everything. So please realize our ancestry it's not based on jati or anything like that. It's who's suitable and at that moment, the correct moment. And then Pandavas, and then there was Kunti, and Draupadi had 5 husbands. Dharma. Somebody will say, what's this? A woman having 5 husbands? But Arjun is born, Bhim is born, Yudhishthira is born like that. Just see the offsprings. What sort of offsprings? Then Draupadi had 5 children. And then Parikshit Maharaj in the same line. And we got Srimad Bhagavatam because of Parikshit Maharaj. In 7 days, he heard it. So please realize, if you follow the dharma, of society and all that, this parampara seems little, like extraordinary. Like it didn't follow the society's rule and everything. It's extraordinary. And Krishna was born in a jail. He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, other religions were thinking, hang on, God was born in jail, And then in Vrindavan, he stayed 11 years, 11 and a bit. And then he left there to go to Mathura and kill Kans. And then he never came back. Oh, he neglected his friends and gopis and everything. But with gopis, the highest rasa relationship. So you can see all this. If you read on your own, you'll come away thinking, this dharma doesn't make sense. Yet, when you go to Bharat, somebody says, Radhe Radhe, right? Radhe Shyam. They don't have any problem with it. That was Leela. If something happens really worse and Krishna is involved or Lord Ram is involved, it goes, that's Leela. They don't even question it. But the logician guys who are logic, they go mental. They go, ye kaise hua? How did that happen? But we accept it. And that is called surrender. Not that you first explain to me, then I'll surrender. You just say, no, Vyasadeva wrote it, I accept it. Sukadevji, and then you have faith in your own guru. My Guru Maharaj said that. And that's called Shraddha. And then Nishtha, saying, that's my Guru Maharaj's words. Because not only he gives knowledge, he gives you blessing and the ability to do spiritual things. And that's why Prabhupada never took credit. He goes, my Guru Maharaj sent me. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was similarly asked by Prakashanand, you're a sannyasi, why are you showing tears and dancing and singing? You should be Vedanta and all this like that. He goes, my Guru Maharaj said, you're not very intelligent, you just chant Mahamantra. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that. He said, he saw I wasn't very clever and all this. So you just chant Mahamantra, that's good for you. And then Prakashanand and 10,000 of his disciples, they surrendered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when they discussed philosophy. He was topmost. But even in Yasya, what is it? The last verse of Bhagavatam. Nam Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Paranashanam Paranami Dukha Shamanas Tam Namami Harim Param. That's the last verse. Sankirtan. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. So this is a very long topic, but realize Vyasadeva's importance. He was there when Krishna was there. He wrote down the Mahabharata, so he knew the Bhagavad Gita. He heard it. He empowered Sanjay, saying, you tell Dhritarashtra. So who heard the Bhagavad Gita? Arjun. Who else? Sanjay. Who else? Dhritarashtra. But did Dhritarashtra change? So just hearing Bhagavad Gita, it's some jadoo. You got to accept it. Because he had envy. He was envious of the Pandavas. He wanted his children to. So even though he's hearing Gita, no, because I've heard Bhagavad Gita, but have you changed your mind? Have you surrendered to Krishna? That's why you need Diksha. You need the proper guru. Who has faith in his guru? Who has faith in his guru? This is parampara. It means he has faith in Krishna. So you're dealing with your Guru Maharaj, you're dealing with Krishna through the parampara. You can't in isolation say, Mujhe to Krishna ji aate. Many people I meet say, Krishna to mujhe ye bola, Thakur ne mujhe ye bola. I don't know what to say because you can't doubt it. That is their business, not my business. But then I see them do weird things, and I'm thinking, didn't Thakur come and stop you on that thing? I have a problem. I say it on their face. Did Thakur not stop you from there? He said, मेरे ठाकुर आपको नहीं पता. बोला मैं नहीं पता. ये गलत है यार. This is wrong. What you're doing, and you tell me Thakur told. I said, Khan, that's not dharma. That's where Vyasadeva ji comes in. It's written down like that. So, anybody got any comment, or because this is Vyasadeva's appearance, please. I'm not giving class or anything. So, any realization you've had in connection with your Gurudev, or you want to say a few words, please?
Prabhuji, as you said, taking initiation is very important. So I see many people, they might maybe little bit interested in Krishna consciousness, but they are not interested to taking initiation. Sometimes they say, oh, when Krishna wants, जब भगवान चाहेंगे तब हो जाएगा, जब भगवान चाहेंगे कोई गुरु आ जाएंगे. Is it really worth to wait that guru will come to us, or is there anything to our side should be done to find a guru, bona fide master?
It's a very good question. Many people are interested only in Krishna, and they don't even think about initiation or guru like that. And they think, their thinking is, if I get knowledge, if I know as much as those who are initiated, I don't need to get initiated, because it's knowledge only. So you're interested in the knowledge of Krishna. And like we said, Dhritarashtra was also listening to the knowledge of Krishna. He was listening to Sanjay saying, this is what Krishna is saying. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha. And yet he didn't change. Yatra Yogeshvara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara. So Krishna and Arjuna has to be there for you to be victorious. Why? Because there's a guru disciple there, or God and disciple. So if you are not really taking initiation, you'll get the knowledge, but it's like the husk of the rice, but the inside is missing. And rice is the main thing when it gives you health like that. It's a very important decision. And many people have seen that people who got initiated, they didn't have a very good relationship with their guru, or, and that's why I don't want to do it. I want to save this hassle and all that. But then you're not going to elevate yourself, When this aeroplane crashed, Air India airplane crash, a Bhagavad Gita that didn't get burned or anything, other things got burned, And somebody told me, and I shared that earlier, they said, so what is the significance? The Gita saved itself, but it didn't save the 260 people. I mean, people ask all these things. So I goes, yeah, I have an answer for that. He said, what? I said, do you know how many people died in Mahabharat Yudh? 650 million people, and Krishna was there. Never mind Bhagavad Gita, Krishna was there. So why didn't he save them? But see their destination. They all ended up in heaven. So this Bhagavad Gita showed, you think they just died. I liberated them. Come on, a round of applause for that thinking. It showed I didn't get destroyed, and their soul hasn't. I've given them direction, because it is Ahmedabad, Bharat. Anywhere else, there wouldn't have been a Gita on it. And so please realize, Krishna was there in Mahabharat, Yuddha. Many were going to die. He designed it. He got all the arrogant people together, because they all thought they are mighty, and they are facing. But Arjuna is shooting arrows. He's only seeing the backside of Sri Krishna, because he's the charioteer. The enemy was looking at Krishna, and his eyes would kill him. He's all attractive. Then Arjuna's arrow to finish this body. But his soul saw the super soul. They look in a super soul when they're dying. Such a beautiful scene. But you got to know what's happening here. People just thought, Krishna is killing. He's not killing them. He was taking them. And Arjuna was doing the seva. That's why I told Arjuna, do seva. He goes, I don't want to do it. So he refused devotional service. Because he's a Yoda, he's a soldier, his devotional service, whatever you do, yukta vairagya, you do it for Krishna. That's what Krishna said. Yat karoshi, yad ashnasi, yad jahoshi, dadasi, yad. Whatever you do it for me. So he said, fight for me. So he did. Nashtamoha smritir labda, tot prasadan mayachud. What's the next bit? Vachanam. I know the shloka, but I haven't used it often. So anyway, he goes, whatever you say, I'll do. So he did. See, but Krishna was looking at everyone dying. Can you imagine you're about to die, Krishna comes and sees you? This was forced. It wasn't when you die. They were guaranteed, all of you when you're dying, you're looking at Krishna. But Arjuna is looking at the back of him because Krishna was protecting him. And arrows went to Krishna as well and, wounded Arjuna as well. But he says, declare boldly, my devotee never perishes, like that. Otherwise, Krishna kills. Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya cha dushkritam. Who dushkritam? He actually kills. So Vyasadeva ji empowered Sukhdev. And at the end of the Gita, Sanjay said, I want to thank Vyasadeva for empowering me, because when I remember the scene of Krishna and Arjuna talking, my body shakes and trembles like that. So beautiful. I mean, it was like the television, like these days they say, okay, here's the missiles from Iran, coming to, look, you see thinking, oh my God, look, that looks terrible. But we are sitting comfortably watching. I think, yeah, well, he died. 26 died, 54 died there. It's like a tennis score, only 22. And so we're not feeling it. Can you imagine if that missile was coming towards your house? Would you be saying, oh, missile, I wonder how it's going to bang, bang. And then there are no more. You see? So looking from a distance, you don't feel the pida. But in Mahabharata, there were people crying and all that kind of thing and dying and all that, And Bhishmadama, his grandfather is there. He's having to fight him. You see, Karna is there. He wants to kill Arjuna, but Krishna is protecting. So please realize, when you read Gita and accept Gita like Arjuna did, in any situation you will be protected. Don't worry about death or troubles. That's, this is a machine. Yantra arudani maya. This is a machine. Things can go wrong in it. You're not going to take this body back to Godhead. Please, none of you. If you're in an illusion, just give it up. This body is not going to go with you anywhere. You are going to go with a spiritual body. Siddha Deha. Deha means body. Siddha, perfected Deha. Siddh Pranali means through this system, like that. And they go, Swarup Siddhi. Swarup, your character. Siddhi, perfection of your character, which is Krishna's tu Bhagwan Swam, Dasanudas. So I'm giving you all these little pointers saying, please realize, because you're identifying with this body, you are suffering daily. You say, oh, I've got this problem with me. I got a cold. I got this. No, your body has got a cold. Like car has got misfire. It's not firing on all fours. So your body, just realize, it's mine, because when you sit in the car, you don't want anything to happen to it. This is a vehicle. But don't think all my time I just spend on the body and none for your soul. Even the mind isn't yours, and intelligence. Please realize you're an illusion. And that's what Narad Muni told them. You have given them an illusion. They think they're material body because you give them dharma, artha, kama, moksha. You gave that purusharth. You thought that was dharma. You're misleading them. Narad Muni tells Vyasadeva that. Would you say that to Vyasadeva? You misleaded me. Misleading. And that's why Pancham Prasad is bhakti. And that's what Vyasadeva then gave through Srimad Bhagavatam. So, savai pumsang paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshaja ahitukya pratyata yayatma suprasidati vasudeve bhagavati bhakti yoga prayojitaha jannate ashu vairagam jnanam chayad ahitukam. Vasudeve bhagavati. So you got to do bhakti to Krishna. So we thank Srila Prabhupada. Before that, I remember reading Srimad Bhagavatam. In the introduction of this, it's all about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And I'm reading, I don't know who Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. I'm thinking, who's Prabhupada talking about? Now I feel embarrassed thinking I didn't get it first time. We're not going to get it first time. We should be excused. That's why sadhu sang, sarva shastra kaya. Lava matra sadhu sang, sarva siddhi hoya. Everything got perfected, even for a moment you're with sadhus. Are you enjoying this talk? I know nothing. Actually, I'm not very good at it because I've heard others and all that. But because I know a little bit better than you, I am just passing on what I heard. That's what I do now. I'm sharing. It's not that I've realized this. What I heard, I'm sharing. You take it up, believe it, share it with other people, saying, you need to read Bhagavad Gita. You need to read Bhagavatam to make your life a success. Just take it, rather than, oh, but Gita says this, this is Ramayana as well, what do I do? Whatever. Well, if Ramayana is giving the Supreme Personality of Lord Ram, take it, read it, it'll say the same thing. In this, Vyasadeva is the writer. In Shiv Puran, who's called Bhagavan? Lord Shiva. In Brahm Puran, Brahmaji. Vishnu Puran, Vishnu. And then this is the cream of the cream. It says that at the end, that this is it. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said it. This is the conclusion. And that is Krishna's tu Bhagavan Swayam. So please, I'm just sharing this with you. It's not Ram is less. It's Krishna coming as Lord Ram, as an ideal king. Yes? He actually demonstrated. So don't follow, follow Sri Ram, but don't follow Krishna. Because Krishna is showing his Leela. You can't handle 16,100 wives because you can't even handle one. You'll see. And I'm only joking. So we can't follow Krishna, but follow Lord Ram. He only had one wife. And please realize, it's Krishna coming because he's the Supreme Lord. It's said there. Vasudeva para Veda. Vasudeva para Makha. Vasudeva para Yoga. Vasudeva paraha Kriyaha. Vasudeva param Jnanam. Vasudeva param Kriyaha. Tapaha. Vasudeva paro dharmo. Vasudeva para Gati. Gati means goal. Para means he is the ultimate goal. Vasudeva. So we're talking about Vyasadeva. And Vyasadeva ji met Vasudeva and he's written the Gita like that. So today I'll conclude saying, please, your Guru Maharaj is so dear to you. He's imparted this conclusion to you. And he's given you the understanding, saying, I bless you, you can understand and believe in it. Rather than just saying, I've read it. So this believing and having Nishta is very, very important. And so this association, this temple, I really want to, can you round of applause for the cooks, please, because they work very hard to make an offering. And I must say, you can do rituals saying, Abhi kya karenge, Abhi kya karenge. You go through rituals like that. I just sat there thinking, these devotees, they need Guru Maharaj. So today, they can light a ghee lamp, or candle. So we did that, yeah? We'll do Guru Puja, and then we'll glorify Vyasadeva and all that. It wasn't set. I just wanted you to come, because Sadhu Sangh doesn't mean I'm giving you association. I want your association too, because all the ghee lamps or candles which are lit, it gives light. And you all got super soul in your heart, and you're a soul yourself. So when you come, please realize it's both ways. It isn't one way. Pundik Maharaj says very nicely, in Yamuna, we're on this side of the bank, and some of them are on the other side of the bank. So the listeners are on the other side of the bank, and the speaker is on this side of the bank. But Yamuna is in the middle, and everybody's enjoying Yamuna. So this katha is flowing like that because of the bank like that. And we all relishing. So Sukhdev relished, and Parikshit Maharaj relished, and all the sadhu relished. I would like to ask, just a few words about when you got initiated. What was the feeling?
Hare Krishna. I think I was probably the last person in the temple. Oh, I think it was a couple of others to take Diksha. My Guru Maharaj is His Holiness Lokanath Maharaj. I'm actually not even qualified to even have to say a morsel about my Guru Maharaj. Someone senior, like Haridas Prabhu, should be talking on my behalf about Guru Maharaj. The feeling, it's a very hard feeling to explain. And I remember the run-up to Diksha, and obviously it was all sorted by Haridas Prabhu. And I've been aspiring for Guru Maharaj for such a long time. Even before I got into ISKCON, I used to listen to Guru Maharaj's kirtans. I didn't even know that was even my Guru Maharaj. How weird is that, right? I used to listen to these Mahamantras. And Guru Sevat made a really good point. He goes, watch how you feel the first round you do after taking Diksha. And that doesn't mean much to people in this room that haven't taken Diksha. It's like plugging your finger into the wall and being charged by 240 volts of spiritual energy. And that your Guru Maharaj gives you that. I remember the day after feeling so light, and it's like an immediate connection to Krishna. Again, I'm the wrong person to be asking because I can't even describe that feeling. It's such an amazing feeling. I can't even articulate that feeling.
But before initiation, you're always thinking, who would be my guru?
I prayed to Nityananda. And I was instructed by yourself and Guru Sevak and the seniors. Pray to Nityananda. He's Adi Guru. Pray to Nityananda. And I actually did. I actually prayed to Nityananda. I said to Nityananda, Prabhu, Nityananda, you need to show me who my Guru Maharaj is. And the same kirtan would come back again. And I'm like, and I remember seeing Guru Maharaj and something happened to me. I was like, oh my God, I think this is my Guru. And I was like, is that the right feeling? Should I be feeling this? It was a very warm feeling. And I remember seeing Guru Maharaj for the first time in 2015. And I just couldn't stop staring at Guru Maharaj. I sat really close to Guru Maharaj. I had a very small amount of association of Guru Maharaj. And I just had this feeling of Nityananda saying to me, this is your Guru Maharaj. I've put you in the place. Guru Maharaj is now here. Take association. Jump in. I remember sitting next to Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj did this amazing kirtan. The whole room was on fire. It was like amazing. I assume that's what it's probably like in the spiritual world. So Krishna put me in that position for me to meet my spiritual master. And Guru Maharaj gave me a garland on that same day. And I remember speaking to Guru Maharaj, and I remember telling Haridas Prabhu, and it just, Krishna connected the dots for me, but I had to pray. I had to ask Nityananda, please show me my Guru Maharaj and help me to get me to that position. And it was literally like Tetris. The pieces just fell in perfectly. I didn't even have to do anything. All I had to do was surrender to the best of my ability. And here I am. And I mean, I can still look at my Guru Maharaj now and it brings like tears to my eyes. I'm like, I can't serve Guru Maharaj personally. So my next option is to serve the seniors in the temple who, you know, and to serve Krishna, I need to serve my Guru. And everything I do, I try my best to do on behalf of my Guru. But I mean, I feel that same feeling even till today. Like, it was my Guru Maharaj's Vyas Puja last Sunday, and Guru Maharaj is not here, so we don't get to serve Guru Maharaj directly. And just watching Guru Maharaj on the TV it hurts, because I'm like, I want to be there serving Guru Maharaj. And that's my closest access to Srila Prabhupada, and then to go back, so we don't have to come back again. Sorry, I can go on for ages, so. Hare Krishna.
Mahatma, just a few words when you got initiated, and if you can go that far back.
I can't remember. I just remember, I was just stunned. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. And I got home, and my new beads, I chanted around with my eyes closed, and Srila Prabhupada appeared in my mind, smiling and grinning, laughing. And I was like, wow.
But it's a special feeling, isn't it?
Yes. It's hard to put it into words, but you know, you think I'm plugged in now. Yes. Yeah.
And then when you're distributing books and all that kind of thing, you know that you have committed to this path.
Yes. This is the service I offered Guru Maharaj. So
sharing the mercy.
Keep spreading it around. And I think it was it last year I had a dream, and Guru Maharaj appeared in the dream, and he was surrounded by other devotees, and he said, I've given you medicine to cure disease. I was like, what? I'm a doctor now? But no, the disease is material existence, and the medicine is the holy name. So, yeah, it's a message for all devotees. Yeah, just keep chanting and keep spreading the holy name around.
So if you can give to Pranav, please. Initiated then. When did you get initiated?
I was initiated in 2001, probably. So that time, it was like I had achieved everything. I did my master's done, and I got my job also. While you are doing your second year, because the universities are so top graded, so if you are doing your second year itself, they come and select you. I mean, you still have third year to finish, but still they come and select you. So I was selected for Wipro Technologies. So I was in different world because I achieved a so great thing. And then all the temple devotees from Vijayawada, they selected my name. They put my name also in the list without informing me. And then it was Guru Maharaj's mercy, I wasn't so qualified. I mean, for words we can say, but we know from the heart that we are not qualified. If Maharaj wouldn't have given me initiation that time, I don't think I would have connected to ISKCON such a long time, and then I would have left ISKCON because so many other politics happened everywhere. I was very helpful. And after that, many instances that happened, I know that it's Maharaj who was actually guiding me and taking me to different places or different direction where I can improve spiritually. So, yeah. Yeah.
So Hare Krishna, everyone. Guru Maharaj Ji, I took initiation. I don't know what year it was, but I was 17, and I remember at the time, my personal experience of it was I remember seeing Guru Maharaj the night. Sorry, no. Let me rewind. On the Sunday night, or like the weekend, it was a weekend, I saw this program on TV, and this program was a true story. It was a documentary of this girl. This was in the UK, and she was in social services. She didn't have any parents. She was adopted. She had a really rough life. She got into drugs. She got into the wrong crowd, and the documentary was showing how she slipped through the net of social services, and she ended up sadly, I think she died, from what I remember in the documentary. I remember watching this show and feeling really moved that, oh my God, this is like the roughest part of material existence. She's a young girl, and she's, getting abused, and all these horrible things are happening. I remember feeling really moved by this documentary. And this just happened, and I thought, I'm so lucky to be able to come to a mandir and come to an ISKCON center where Srila Prabhupada is there, because we were going to temple all these years as a child, and I don't regret that at all. You learn so much from there, but when you have a Guru Parampara in the mandir, the connection is so different. So I remember praying like this, that, oh my God, I feel so fortunate that I'm connected to ISKCON, that after seeing that show. And then literally the next week, the initiation happened, and it just kind of came. And I remember meeting Guru Maharaj. This was like 4 days after. And I remember meeting Guru Maharaj, and I was massaging his lotus feet, and I looked up and I said, Maharaj, I don't feel ready. And then he looked down at me. Symbolically, he was looking down, but also in my heart, I felt it was very symbolic. There's me, no one, looking up at a great spiritual leader for the community of the world. And I was massaging his feet, and I said, Maharaj, I'm not ready. And I really meant it. Like, I genuinely felt like, I'm not ready. Like, how can I do this? And then Maharaj looked down and he goes, Beta, you'll never be ready. I'm giving it to you. And that moment, when Maharaj said that, that was the switch in my heart and my head, when I thought, so many lifetimes can come by. You can go in and out. Like you said, Prabhuji, you'll be in a lifetime when you're very rich, you'll be very beautiful. There'll be another lifetime when you've got a rough situation happening. In this material world, just to be a human being, we're so lucky. But then on top of that, you don't have that guarantee. Whatever lifetime you have, that's the card that you're dealt with. And in this life, somehow I'm in front of this guru, this great spiritual empowered being. And he's saying, Beta, you're not ready, but I'm giving it to you. That was a moment I realized, forget it, whatever doubt I have, it's gone. I just want to grab onto Guru Maharaj. And it was a beautiful moment. And then the initiation happened. And the amazing thing is, Maharaj gives a name. The Guru will always give a name that is your svabhav, your nature. And as my life unfolded, the very meaning of my name kind of became manifested in my life. Not just with me, I can see with other people, other God brothers and sisters, their svabhav and their life will come out. Somehow the Guru knows what your path is, and he'll put you on that path. So that was my personal experience. I'll definitely say, anyone who's coming to this mandir, make it your aspiration. It's not actually something that we do. We don't choose to get initiated. We have the desire and we work towards it, but it's ultimately Krishna's blessing. When Yashoda Mata was tying the rope around Damodar, she put the effort in, but it was actually Krishna's mercy that the rope became longer. So anyone who's on this path, we should always aspire to connect to Srila Prabhupada through a guru, and it really does transform your life for the better, and for for mentally, spiritually, your heart is in the right place. So Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna Guruji. So I mean, I was really moved with the statement. I mean, words Sharan Prabhu said that one is never ready to take initiation. It's always mercy that is given. So, I mean, what more mercy can be given to me, basically? So, I'm Kripa Patra. Just mercy is there because I was denied getting initiation, even if we were desiring to take. But then it was mercy of your Prabhuji, Haridas Prabhuji. And then that manifested through Guru Maharaj that he given the initiation to me. And the life changed. I mean, one is one experiences, the another level is people who are associated with the person, they experience as well. So me, I was experiencing as well, but I don't know how to express it. My rounds, internally my rounds changed, my attitude changed, my appearance changed. And so many things changed basically. The way I would do a service changed, how I actually experienced doing a service changed. And I wasn't aware that others are noticing as well. So I don't know, but that was there as well. It's always said that the mercy is given by the Vaishnavas, and then we receive it. So, I mean, within the heart, there's a, I mean, there's extreme happiness which we never have experienced earlier, never ever would come into spark the moment the initiation is taken, the diksha is taken. And somebody said after the initiation, I said that, and they were from the different sampradaya, that they didn't feel, was talking about the initiation and Guru Parampara, and they feel happy not taking initiation or probably not properly taking initiation. And I was like, that's not right, because I'm experiencing it, and people I know who have taken initiation have experienced it. So whatever that comes is, I mean, whatever the person is saying is incorrect. So one has to, like it said, that one has to taste Rasgulla to experience Rasgulla. You have to taste initiation, you have to take initiation. And the first step is to surrender. There's one very important thing in Kali Yuga is this age. Its desires are always considered. Offenses are not considered. Mental offenses are not considered, but mental desires are always given. Krishna actually tries to fulfill them. If one desires to do service, one desires to take initiation, Krishna will fulfill. And how he will fulfill?
In Vaishnava, in our devotion, if you in your mind, if you make a comment to Vaishnava, is considered.
Yeah, but then it is there.
Vaishnava.
I mean, obviously, as we elevate the consciousness, come to Brahman's level, then the mental offenses are considered as well, but mental apologies are accepted as well. So if you make mental offense, then we can mentally ask for offenses and then apologies. That is, but this is thing. I mean, I'm not getting into technical that. But what actually I'm trying to actually bring in, that people think that, oh, I'm so fallen, I'm so actually mentally offending thing, and that's the reason I'm not qualified, and then they then don't desire taking initiation. So important thing is that forget about what mental offenses if you're making, please, and just consider the fact, please desire to take initiation, and that will manifest. Doing service to Srila Prabhupada, telling service to temple is such a great benediction that's going to manifest as and the experience one is having now is 100 times more experience immediately that will be there by taking initiation in whatever service you are doing. And the first service that you experience is doing Nam Japa. That's it becomes so easy. It's next level. But don't do offenses again, because then you will that experience goes away.
Round of applause for that. Any of the Matajis want to share? Because I don't want it to be just Brata Shris only. Yeah. Just a quick one, because running late. It's children have to get up. Anybody wants to say? Any of the Matajis? Okay, I think that's okay, Prabhuji. So cake ka kar dijiye arrangement. So anybody got a question on it? Because I'll just say initiation means the first step. Initiative, you take an initiative. Then the real spiritual life starts and the challenges. Don't think Diksha hui and it's a fast track and kuch nahi hoga aapko and all that. This is when the seva starts. That's when you start to reform, because you'll be asked to commit more and more and more, and your attachment to your desires, material desires, have to be given up. You know, it's not pop or anything. In order to progress, you got to let go of this and grab that. Let go of materialism, grab Krishna, and Guru is assisting like that. That's why many people become afraid, saying, oh, somebody got initiated and later on their life completely changed. But they're burning the prarabdha, all the bad prarabdha which they're going to experience. That spiritual initiation is burning it up, and that's why you go through all this thing. But in your heart you know it, I'm connected. You know, you're not getting disconnected, you're connecting more and more. So whenever dukh comes, you turn to your Guru more, right? And Krishna more. And when happiness comes, you become afraid, you know, or you get a lot of riches and whatever. You think, oh, I don't want it. Nan dhanam, nan janam, nan sundarim. I don't want all these things. Because then my desire is to enjoy myself and be more comfortable and have this and the other. I've experienced that. And Krishna is testing you both ways. Once somebody came to my Guru Maharaj and says, he wasn't initiated. And he goes, Maharaj, looks like Maya is testing me. Maharaj says, you're not even in the university. What test are you going to give? He says, Maya is only testing those who are in the university. You haven't taken initiation, nothing. A test hasn't happened. It's just your own prarabdha. We thought it's amazing. Maya hasn't even, she knows you're defeated. It's only when you take initiation, then Maya comes in. And that's why Krishna is saying that, then surrender to me, you know, and I will deliver you from this thing. So we're coming to the end of it. The cake is being offered. And so what we'll do is, Puran Prakash Prabhu, he sponsored the cake. Round of applause for him, please. And he couldn't come because he was working till 8 o'clock. I think you sponsored the snack prasadam. We call it snack prasadam. But you can eat as much as you like, whatever is there. And I'd like to thank you all for coming and listening. Vidar said he couldn't come. Guru Sevak had to go somewhere. And so I was thinking, will anybody turn up? But you surprised me by coming here. I'm indebted to you for coming. This is an important event, you know, for me personally. So I listened to quite a few classes, and I found there was a few people saying something else and some saying something else, and I realized, Vyasadeva, I need you. Because I'm hearing about you, but there are different people on the internet saying different things. Not wrong, variation, like he was born in Nepal. Another person says, no, he was born not in Nepal, he was UP, you know, and Badrikasham, because we went to Badrinaran, Badri Vishal, the place is called, and there is a cave there where he wrote the Mahabharata. And before that they said, this is the Ganesh Mandir where Ganesh wrote. So I went to the temple thinking, well, I've heard of that story, that Ganesh wrote the Mahabharata. And that Ganesh said, I'll write the Mahabharata, but you don't stop anyway. You got to be delivering, because I'll be writing. And Vyasadeva thought, well, you know, you got to think. Then he told him, you'll only write if you understand what I'm saying. If you don't understand that, then he had to pause and think, did I understand that? So he will know what to say next. And then Saraswati was cursed by Vyasadeva for being noisy at the river, Saraswati. And Saraswati river is there in Badrikashram. So when we went to Gufa, the cave there, and it's beautiful, and Premanj and I, we had chanting beads, and there was a pujari inside, and that's where Vyasadeva wrote, a very cool place. And he looked at our bead bags, and we were chanting. I said, can we do Gayatri, Premanji said. She's very good, Lada. Wherever we're going, any specialist, can I do Gayatri here? And then he looked at some of them and goes, you are coming as tourists. You should come as devotees. Look at them. They go Mala there. They're going to do Gayatri here. This is Vyasadeva's go. And that stays with me. And I realized, and then I asked him, I said, so what's the arrangement? He said, Vyasadeva sat here, is meditating and is speaking. And that Ganeshi Mandir is just down there. Not connected, a little bit, about 100 yards or something. And he says, and Ganeshi was writing. But Saraswati river was making noise. He told Saraswati, turn down the volume like our artis. And, and she didn't. He cursed her, you go underground. So you can see Saraswati River going like that, and then he goes underground. And then he comes out at the Triveni Sangam, Prayagraj, from the depth. And they've tried to, and the scientists have found the Saraswati, the flow, what it is, she's gone underground. They did the sound testing and all that kind of thing. So all these are Leela written there, and the scientists are finding it's true. So I took darshan of Saraswati River there, makes noise, and then Pandavas were there, they made the temple, and Vyasadeva and Badrik. So I know that place there. And so please do visit this place while you're young. Because when we went there, Premanji's head was hurting because we only stayed 2 days or 3 days. Yeah, and they were saying you got to be healthy to go up there. So while you're young, do that, you know. And you've been to near there. And so please go to these places and take darshan. They are real places. Otherwise, you'll think these are all stories. No, they are not stories. They will deliver you. And this is what we want. Bolo Srila Prabhupada ki, Guru Maharaj ki, Vyasadeva ji ki jai, Narad Muni ji ki jai. Okay, we'll cut the cake now. So I would say because Puran Prem is not there, can you cut the cake, please? That's why I held you back. Because you sponsor. Chalo ji. Okay, everybody stand up, please, now. Do we have a... पहले केक काट लेते हैं, फिर वो separate कर लेंगे. No, I'll be all right. It's these muscles.